Hi everyone, I'm Katherine.
I'm Daniel.
We're going to be modeling a brief self-assessment with Daniel asking the questions and me responding as if I was filling out the sheet by myself. I've already reviewed handout 10, which is CRB 1s and 2s, so problem behaviors and potential target improvements in behavior. So having been a little bit versed in that handout, I'm ready to get going with the assessment.
Awesome. So, how are you at knowing how you're feeling and what your needs are in intimate interactions?
I think that I'm pretty good, especially at knowing what I'm feeling in intimate interactions. I think it's a little bit harder for me to always recognize my needs before a bunch of feelings start to come up. And I definitely have a harder time kind of staying in touch with this aspect or with this awareness when I'm in a stressful situation or emotionally aroused.
Awesome. So it sounds like you have pretty good emotional awareness, especially knowing what you're feeling, but sometimes the situation can override that a little bit.
Definitely.
Awesome. Okay. And how are you with being aware of others in an interaction? Do you tend to have a sense of what they're feeling or what they may need?
This is something that I really value and try to stay attuned to, and I think I do a pretty good job. I've definitely gotten feedback from people that I'm pretty sensitive to especially what people need in an interaction, which I think kind of encapsulates that whole aspect.
Okay, awesome. So good overall awareness, but recognized situational context that may bring out a need for more focus on that.
Absolutely.
So at least you have awareness of that. Awesome. Moving on to courage and vulnerability. How able are you to be vulnerable in intimate interactions?
I think that I can be vulnerable in intimate interactions, but it's definitely harder, I think, than I would like it to be, especially with people that might be more kind of professional relationships or whose opinions I really value. I try to, I think, put on a brave face to some extent.
Okay. And what about self-disclosure? To what extent can you authentically share what you're feeling and thinking?
I can share what I'm feeling and thinking, especially if I'm prompted to do it and, in a situation that feels kind of exquisitely safe. And I recognize that I often feel like it's a bit of a burden on my loved ones to be vulnerable and express emotion with them.
Okay. So it sounds like this vulnerability and self-disclosure, this courage behavior seems to kind of cluster together.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And what about asking for what you need? How are you at asking for those, asking questions, asking for changes?
I'm pretty good at asking questions of people. I think that that has always felt like it comes pretty naturally to me. But asking for what I need, and especially things that I want but seem kind of unnecessary or silly, I find that pretty hard, and definitely asking for changes is a challenge.
Okay. So it sounds like courage can be an area of focus for you.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. And we're going to investigate the love side of things a little bit
Great.
more here. How are you at providing safety and acceptance when others are vulnerable?
I think I'm really good at this. I've definitely gotten feedback that people feel very safe kind of sharing intimate secrets or just being emotional in my presence.
Okay, and it fits in with your value system from what you said earlier,
Yeah,
which
exactly.
shows good self-awareness, it sounds like, yeah. And do you express empathy or understanding when others are disclosing?
Yeah, I do. I think this is a little bit harder for me than just providing safety in general. I think sometimes I get caught up in wanting to say like the perfect thing to really show people that I understand, and that kind of gets in the way of just saying something that's good enough.
Okay. So sounds like that love-courage balance, again, of being willing to take that risk of not saying the perfect thing.
Yeah, that's very true.
Okay. And now we're going to look at kind of the continuation of the model, which is the connecting side of things. How are you at accepting other people trying to be nice and loving towards you?
I think I'm actually pretty good at this. It's definitely, there's always a voice in my head that kind of pops up with like challenging nice things that people might say, or telling me why I don't deserve whatever the thing is that's being given to me. And I think I'm pretty good at kind of holding both that discomfort and gratitude for that love on their part.
Okay, so it sounds like there's a little stress there, but at the same time you're able to kind of work past that frequently.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And what about disclosing that closeness? To what extent are you able to tell others that you feel close to them?
I think I am pretty good at this. I feel like it comes naturally to me to express closeness kind of generally and generically, and I think I could potentially work on kind of honing my language to be a little bit more specific to the specific things that I admire or appreciate about the person in question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So overall, it sounds like you have, just by going in and talking this out a little bit, you've identified some areas to work on, and just went into kind of the nitty-gritty here as you thought about this.
Yeah, I definitely think I'll be targeting the courage domain at the FAP Intensive this year.
Okay, awesome. Well,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to working with you there.
Yeah, thanks, Daniel.
Bye, everyone.
Bye!